you start by telling me when and where you were born?
When? June 17th, 1945 in Vallejo, California.
And you lived in the area your whole life, so...
Most of it, yeah.
Most of it. Do you remember what all of this looked like before all the restaurants and everything were here?
Well, let's see. I got out of the service in '67. This bowling league at Clayton Bowl down the street, and Clayton was a 2-lane road with a ton of potholes.
How long did you work at Clayton Bowl?
Close to 40 years.
Wow. No, you had mentioned to me before that you were in the Air Force. What made you want to join the Air Force? What made you want to join the Air Force?
I wanted to get away from home. Wasn't planning on going to school.
So why not join the Air Force?
Yeah, join the Air Force.
And what year was that?
I went in '63 and got out in '67. I was stationed in Sacramento for a couple of years, stationed in Libya for a year on a bombing range.
Oh, wow. And yet, so of all the places you have lived before, you still came back to Concord. Was there anything about this place that made you want to move back? Or was it just...
lived here.
Do you remember what kind of activities you and your friends like to do when you're about teenager or when you were little?
When I was younger, there before the flood control district, there went and ruined that creek that we used to go down to. Go down and catch frogs and ride on that raft on that nasty green water.
Was the Solano Drive-In still here?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
It's still there.
It's still there. I've been there.
I know. We had, and then there was Concord Drive-In down on Willow Pass.
Oh.
And then there was a drive-in over in Pleasant Hill.
Backpedaling a little bit, but what's probably your favorite childhood memory from maybe about the time you were in elementary school till you were in high school?
My favorite memory? Geez, I don't know. Probably graduating from high school so I could get away from home.
Did you go straight from graduating college to the service?
I graduated and I think I was in basic training 2 weeks later. That was a culture shock. To learn how to swear.
There you go.
Yeah.
Out of all the changes, either in street names or just in businesses over the years, is there one that you particularly didn't like?
The change? Nothing comes to mind. It seemed to be nicer when it was a little more rural here. When we moved to Concord, there was only the population was 20,000. And I went into the Air Force, and 67, I think the population of Concord, I don't know, doubled or tripled, and built up. Things there were orchards, there were apartments, and it's like Clayton Bowl. I know when I was stationed up in Sacramento, and I used to come down here on weekends sometimes. And a buddy of mine goes, "You want to go to the new bowl?" Yeah, sure. And it was nighttime. We're driving through all these orchards and everything. The thought goes through it. And his body was found in the peach orchard off of Clayton Road. Sun Valley Mall. That used to be a big farmland.
Oh wow!
There's a lot of people there that were farmers that ended up rich when they started building up, because people come in, investors come in and buy up the farms to build, shopping center over here, all the stuff along Clayton Road. Just like around Clayton Bowl, it was all fields all the way around it.
Oh my gosh.
Now there's apartments and that gym in Center Concord.
Is there a part of you that wishes it stayed that way, or are you relatively okay with all the...
Pretty much. Most of those things there happen gradually, and you kind of don't bemoan the fact there that your favorite strawberry patch is now a high school. It was a shock when I came back in '67 from the Air Force, where it was like everything had changed overnight, which wasn't true, but it sure seemed like it. where'd all these apartments come from? Where'd the field go through that I used to ride on my bike?
Is there a change around here that you were excited that it was happening, like a new restaurant or a new like shopping center that you were
When the
excited
bowl
that
opened
happened?
up, I was excited about that.
There you go. So when you first moved back, how old were you when you first moved back and stayed here, without moving and without being
just
shipped out?
how old was I? I was living up in Sacramento and came back from Sacramento to, I guess it was about 23 when I moved here and just stayed. Really, no, I was older than that. Yeah, about your age, I guess, about 25.
25? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was done gallivanting.
As an adult, what's your favorite thing about living here?
I guess everything is familiar to me now, so.
It's kind of a nice little comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like it's home kind of feeling.
Well, now that I don't drive, I'm more cocooning now than I am.
So drive, I mean. Is there something that you and Grandma like to do every day because it was something you guys enjoyed doing, or
Well, no,
you know what
weekends there, because she worked days and I worked nights.
right?
So I'd see her for a half hour during the week. And then the weekends we'd go shopping, or that was our big thing.
Is there anything that you would want someone out of town to know about Concord? Like a part of its history, or oh hey, this spot's a really good spot to go to, or this is somewhere you should avoid. Anything you would tell someone about if they were thinking about moving here?
Yeah, one of the places where I used to be just one little, what was it, Robin Lane. And, I've always told everyone, stay away from Robin Lane. But now I guess it's Detroit Avenue. That's where the apartment was on Detroit. I remember reading about drive-by shootings over there, and I went, wow, that's really different than when I was a kid. But Concord PD really clamped down on that real hard, because even down there in Monuments got a bad reputation, or used to. I don't know if it still does now. And they were, so I digress.
I think that's actually about it.
That's it?
Yeah. Thank you, Grandpa.
Well, you're welcome.